Keep on trucking. Keep on trucking. Keep on trucking. I'ma start this out with saying Joe Biden done fucked up everything. Goddamn fuel cost more than the load, man. Broker making more money than the truck, and we the one that's on the road, man. And the foreigners, they taking all the cheap freight. Get somebody else. Yo. What's going on, gang? I'm back with another one. Look, I reached out to Bossed Up on TikTok, you know what I'm saying, to get some more information about the what happened in North Carolina. You know, they said it actually didn't happen in Clyde, North Carolina. It happened in Haywood County, you know what I'm saying, which is, let me pull this up, which is located right here, you know, where you see Waynesville or whatever, but you know, you got Clyde, North Carolina, and a lot of the other towns in there, you know what I'm saying? But you see where it is right there. I mean, it's in North Carolina, you know, that's the county, you know, around the orange dots. That's the county right there. I would say Waynesville. So, you know, they've been getting a lot of threats and people calling the Clyde, North Carolina, and they want everybody to know Clyde, North Carolina has nothing to do with it. It was in the county of Haywood County. I don't know exactly where the landfill is located in this county, but it's somewhere up around in this area. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, Asheville, Waynesville, you know, but Asheville, that's not Haywood County, but I'm just saying. But if you or anybody that's calling, making threats, this and that, you know, they asking that you don't do that, you know. So all right, now let's check this out. Now I reached out to him. Everybody was like, hey man, we need a backstory on this and that. So Bossed Up ENT is his name on TikTok. No turning back _98. So you know, I said, hi, my guy. I was wondering if I could speak with you about your situation in Clyde, North Carolina. I did that August the 3rd. He got back with me August the 7th. He said, thank you for reaching out. I am represented by my attorneys, Matheson and Ruth at Matheson and Associates. We are planning a press conference Wednesday in Raleigh. Details to follow. Please direct all interview requests directly to my attorneys at info. There go their info, their email, and he will coordinate directly with you. Okay. I didn't never get with the attorney, you know, I didn't never get with I never get the date of the press conference, you know, but well, he said on Wednesday, you know, which, you know, was it. I had texted him what was that? August the 7th. So that Wednesday that was coming up, he told me it was gonna be ready that Wednesday. So I could have had this video out, but I was running behind. I had a lot going on, you know, working, you know, I do flatbed, so I got to get to it when I can. And it's just a lot of stuff just going on, man, keeping up, you know, home and, you know, with the kids. So I didn't get around to it, but we finna get into it though. We finna get into it. So let me do this here. Now, as I'm doing this, as y'all know, I got this driver, you know, she had a load fall on her, man, and you know, she, you know, I got a video out on that. So if you can go scroll down through my videos on my page and check that out, you know, but I started her GoFundMe, you know, the goal is set for 2,600, you know, at least wanted to try to, you know, get it to there, you know, got a lot of other people say they're going to donate, you know, that I sent the link to, but the link will be in my description. She probably won't be able to drive a truck anymore, you know, she fractured her spine. some her leg, some in her leg. I really don't have all the details really in the video, why I went over all the details about that, but I ain't gonna, stay too far on it. I'm gonna drop the link in the description to the GoFundMe. If you can just donate $1, that's fine, man. We don't want much, or just click the link and share it. Share it if people want to donate or something. Female driver, flatbed driver. Load fell on her, whatever, and she got broke up really bad, man. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Yeah. So yeah, do that, please, if you can. Let's get into it.
Good afternoon. Thank
This
you
is
all for being here. My name is Mosley Matheson. I am one of the managing partners at Matheson Associates. I am joined by my colleague and co-counsel Carl Roth. We want to thank members of the media and those that are here with us today and those that are attending online. The purpose of this press conference is to provide you with first-hand accounts from individuals involved in the June 26th incident that occurred at the Two Banks Development landfill in Haywood County, North Carolina. I'd like to introduce you to the people standing here with me today. First is Mr. Joseph Joins. Mr. Joins is a truck driver. You've likely seen him in the videos that went viral on TikTok. He is here joined by his mother, Audrey, as well as his puppy, Coco. Where's Coco? Next, we have Miss Angelica Hendon. Ms. Hendon is also a truck driver who was present during the incident at the landfill. Lastly, we are joined by Ms. Millie Brown. Ms. Brown is a community activist and a friend of the victim standing with me here today. She is here to offer support to those affected by those events. On June 26, 2025, Mr. Joins and Ms. Hendon were the victims of an unlawful assault while performing their work duties at the TBD.
Okay, check this out. The young lady in the black shirt to the left with the tan skirt on, that's the lady that was in the truck saying, "Get out of my truck, get out of my truck," on like the third video that we seen where they try to say, "Oh, he got a gun," and they was trying to say like, "Oh, he was breaking in somebody's truck or whatever." That was actually his co-worker. That's her with the black tan dress on. I'm gonna let him tell his story, but I just want y'all to know that's his mom in the white with the maroon pants. The lady with the black and the pink on is a community activist. And that is his lawyer speaking, and that's her lawyer standing beside her. And he just walked out the door. I think he's going to get his dog or something. But let's get back into it, man. This is crazy.
The individuals we allege are responsible for these acts are employed by Wright Brothers Construction and TBD Landfill. These individuals are alleged to have acted outside the bounds of any legal authority, using physical force and outrageous intimidation tactics to target and harm these victims without justification or cause. Particularly concerning is the fact that a Haywood County Sheriff's deputy was present during the whole incident. We allege that not only was he present, but he actually participated in this assault. We allege this deputy used his position as a sworn officer of the law to intimidate, threaten, and ultimately detain Mr. Joins without reasonable suspicion in violation of his civil rights. Additional video evidence revealed that when the Haywood County Sheriff's Department eventually responded, the deputies made no arrests, despite evidence showing that the sheriff himself was present on the scene with those deputies. Rather than upholding the law and ensuring the safety of these two individuals, the Haywood County Sheriff's Department chose to ignore their rights, deny them equal protection, and subject them to further abuse under color of law. I want to make clear that we are not alleging that the citizens of Haywood County or the town of Clyde, North Carolina have any involvement in this incident. Our clients were involved in a cleanup effort from Hurricane Helene. The citizens of Haywood County have suffered greatly as a result of that storm, and the town of Clyde and its residents have played no role in this incident, and we expect that they will be treated accordingly and not harassed or threatened by anyone purporting to support our clients. Finally,
Y'all hear him, though. Y'all have him. Clyde, North Carolina don't got nothing to do with it. They say, Haywood County. They saying it's just with these individuals. And they say they was down there cleaning up for the hurricane. Let's get into it.
While race has been discussed at length regarding this incident, I will not be addressing that beyond simply saying the videos speak for themselves. Let me be clear. Mr. Joins and Ms. Hendon are not just victims of assault. They are victims of a system that failed them. A system where private violence was followed by efficient indifference, where power was abused and where the basic principles of due process and civil rights were trampled. This case is not just about one man. It's about the abuse of power, the failure of institutions, and two individuals with the courage to stand up and demand change. I am now going to turn this over to Mr. Joseph Joins.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joseph Joins, and I'm 27 years old. I'm from Prince George's County, Maryland. I currently live with my mother as her primary caretaker. I've been driving trucks for 2.5 years, and I started a contract to drive mulch debris from Hurricane Helen in June 2025. I was loaded with mulch the night before, and I was loaded with mulch, and I spent the night before at a truck stop with a planned trip to TBD Landfill in Haywood County, North Carolina, the very next morning. I arrived at TBD Landfill about 6 a.m. on June 26, 2025. This was my first time I had ever been there. I didn't know the procedures for staging on the road, so I drove right to the gate. When I got there, one of the TBD employees came up to me a few minutes later and told me that I should have staged outside of the landfill at the Angles grocery store. But since it was my first time there, they were about to open the gates in about 20 minutes or so I could remain in place. About 10 minutes later, a man I later learned was Andrew Ferguson pulled up in a pickup truck and told me that I was there too early and I would have to go all the way around to the back of the line. I told him that I was told I could remain there until the gates opened, but he angrily told me to move, so I did. After moving the truck, I waited my turn in line. While I was waiting, I saw a line of pickup trucks pull up and block me in. About 5 men got out and walked to my truck. One of the men was Andrew Ferguson. He had a gun on his hip. Andrew came up to my truck and asked if I had his cell phone. I told him I didn't, but he insisted that I did. I told him he could search my truck if he really thought that I had it. He searched my truck and didn't find it. I even suggested that he call his phone from another phone so that he could find it. A few minutes later, I moved my truck to the unloading position on the top of the hill. Once at the top of the hill, I started to unload. After about 5 minutes, the same 5 men started running towards my truck. Andrew had a gun in his hand. When they reached my truck, they started screaming that I stole Andrew's phone. And they started pulling on my door, trying to open it. I was scared. So I put my truck in gear to leave the area, but because I was unloading, the power takeoff was engaged. So the truck would only crawl forward about 3 miles per hour. At that point, the men were banging on my truck. Andrew slammed his gun on my door, and I was terrified. Then I saw that a bulldozer that ran right into my truck head on, throwing me across my cab of the truck. I also felt my trailer moving, and I realized that another bulldozer had tipped it up on its side. I was right on the edge of a steep embankment. and I thought that they were going to kill me. I decided that I needed to start videoing what was going on, so I climbed out of my truck.
Man, y'all heard what that man said. He was on a steep, he was up there on a steep downgrade where they were trying to turn the truck over. He said that he thought they was gonna unalive him. Man, that man really scared, man. He was in fear for his life, man, for real.
When I climbed out of my truck, I started recording. The men came back and ordered me to get back in my truck. At this point, a man who told me he was a sheriff came over and slammed the door on my dog Coco. And then told me to stay in my truck or he was going to put me in jail. Other men were doing the same and told me to stay in the truck so that nothing bad would happen. One of the men called me boy. I noticed two other men on the passenger side of the truck, and I thought they were going to enter the truck, so I got out and grabbed my dog and ran across the field to where they were staged other trucks at to try to get away from them. The trucks were with the same company I work for, and I got into one of them that was operated by my coworker, Angelica. Once I got to Angelica's truck, Andrew came with the same group of men and pointed a gun straight at us. This had terrified Angelica, and she told me to get out of her truck so she wouldn't get shot. I got out and ran towards the next truck behind me, which was empty and locked. So I came back to the driver's side of Angelica's truck, where Andrew began yelling at me, holding a gun and telling me I was going to jail. I went and got back into Angelica's truck, waiting for the sheriffs, because she had told me she had called 911. While I was waiting, my adrenaline had went down, and I started to feel neck, back, and hip pains. The sheriff deputies arrived I'm sorry guys, I've been going through a lot, and I'm just trying to get it out for myself. The sheriff deputies arrived, and one came over and asked me what was going on. I told him I told him what happened. They asked if I had a gun. I told them no. They searched me. I asked for an ambulance, and they called one and drove me down the hill to meet me. They drove me down the hill to meet the ambulance. I was given a neck brace and treatment and released. This incident has changed my life. It has caused me grief. I can't drive for the company anymore. The truck was heavily damaged from the TBD people. I had a gun pointed at me. People screamed at me and told me I was going to jail. I was called a boy, and they almost pushed me and my truck down an embankment, which I'm sure would have killed me. I'm having problems sleeping, experiencing a lot of stress and anxiety.
So I'm gonna say that right here. See, he was trying to run the old girl truck, and the reason she was telling him, screaming and everything, get out of her truck, that's his co-worker. Cause they had guns and stuff. So he was running to her truck. Man, the man said he can't even sleep at night and all that, man. Hey, who are we to say if he can't sleep at night or not? You know what I'm saying? We don't know what that man going through. We don't sleep with him every night. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, but let's get back into it. Just a long little interview thing right here, man.
I've been unemployed since this incident, and I'm going through serious financial hardships right now as we speak. I want peace. I want to be able to work and make a living. I do not deserve to be treated like this. Nobody should be treated like this. I need justice.
Thank you, Joseph. Now we're going to hear from Joseph's mother, Miss Audrey Joins.
Hello, everybody. My name is Audrey Joins, and I'm the mother of Joseph Joins. No mom likes to get a call early in the morning and says to her, Mom, they're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me. Call the police to me, Mom. Call the police. And I'm saying, well, I know where you are. You just need to get off the phone now and call the police. Then I turned to the people. I was on a prayer group, so I said, I need you guys to pray. I don't know what's going on, but please pray. Joseph is my main provider. I'm retired. My eyes are not the way they should be. So he takes care of me. If he doesn't work, then I don't eat. He's my only son. And I'm telling you, it has rocked our family in a bad way. I mean, his nieces, they are in panic. Grandma, can you make sure Uncle is okay? Please call me wherever he goes. No mother wants to feel the pain of losing a son, possibility of losing a son. He's a good kid. He takes care of me. He takes care of his family. And this is not good. This is not good. I have to watch him. I watch him. The depression season.
That's it, mom, man. I don't know if y'all can hear it, man, but
I'm so scared.
it real low.
I watch the house. I watch everything. Sometimes I don't eat. I can't eat because of all that's happening.
It's real low. She's just saying basically, saying you know, how she feel, you know, about the situation. But I'm gonna skip it to the other young lady part, man. And yeah, cause you can't really hear it, mom.
Next, we're going to be hearing from Miss Angelica Hinton.
Good afternoon. My name is Angelica Henry. I'm from Lake City, Florida. I'm 29 years old and I'm the mother of a 2-year-old son. I've been driving trucks for 8 years and on June 26, 2025, On June 26, 2025, I was hauling mulch debris as part of the cleanup from Hurricane Helene in Haywood County, North Carolina. That morning, I arrived at TBD Mulch about 6:30 a.m., as I have done on multiple occasions over the past several months. I was in a waiting line to unload with other trucks, and I was behind my coworker, Joseph Jones. While I was waiting, I saw a disturbance. Something was happening outside of Joseph's truck. I witnessed a group of about 5 men, some of whom I recognized as TBD employees. As I sat there, I saw bulldozers pushing Joseph's truck over. Joseph left my truck and was later taken away in an ambulance. I showed up that morning to do my job, to make a living so I could support myself and my son. I did not ask for this. Now I am hearing that TBD is accusing Joseph of hijacking my truck. This never happened. The entire situation is just shocking and has caused me major stress and anxiety. I am having trouble sleeping as I keep replaying these events in my head. Nobody should have to fear for their safety at work, especially when safety is preached as a priority. This isn't about me, it's about accountability, safety, and basic human dignity. Nobody deserves to be treated like Joseph and I were on that day. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Henry. Next, I'd like to introduce Ms. Millie. Ms. Millie is a...
Man, that's sad, bro. You know what I'm saying? That lady say she was in danger too. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro. That is crazy work. But we gonna hear from the community activists right now. Let's hear from them.
Community activist from Maryland. She is here in emotional support of the victims of this incident, and she would like to share a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Millie Brown. I have worked with some of the top neuro, cardiac, and trauma surgeons in the world. I've also dedicated 20 years of my life volunteering in the community. When I worked in trauma and surgery, unfortunately, I heard the mothers cry. I saw the mother's pain. I was also a witness to many, many, many children lose their lives senselessly. The difference between then and now is that we have Joseph and we have Angelica here, and I want to thank God for that, because they didn't have to be here. And I would like to say to Angelica and Joseph that Miss Millie sees you, Miss Millie hears you, and I am here. We are here for the both of them. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Now, Joseph. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Carl Law, and I'm trained at the law firm Matheson Associates. I'd like to thank everyone for attending in person and online. The purpose of this press conference is to go ahead and give you the side of the story from the victims. There's a lot of misinformation presently on the internet. There are a lot of videos.
You hear what he said? The purpose of this press conference, was going and, get the information out there, because it was a lot of misinformation going on. People fit to go to North Carolina, Clyde, North Carolina, and tear Clyde, North Carolina up, man. They fit to go to North Carolina, Clyde, and tear it up. They done call it threatening for already, like all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, like he said, it is the purpose of this interview to go on and clarify. There's a lot of misinformation going on out there, a lot of videos and all that. They get into it. Let them cook.
There are more videos that we expect to receive. With that said, anyone that has any information, any statements they'd like to give, or any other videos, you can go ahead and send those to info@mathesonlawoffice.com. That's MATHESON lawoffice.com, and we'd be happy to receive those and speak to you about it. Part of the process here is to prepare the civil rights lawsuit we intend to file in federal court, and I'll be working on that and expect to have that on file in the coming weeks. Our claims are pursuant to 42 U.S.C. Section 1983. Our claims arise for violation of the 14th Amendment rights of Mr. Jones and Ms. Hendon. As those of you that have seen the videos and have heard these statements will know that we allege that actions committed and witnessed in those videos rise to the level of assault, false imprisonment, and other claims. So we intend to bring those claims against defendants that we allege are responsible for those. Those defendants are individual employees of TBD Landfill. TBD Landfill company itself, which is a private landfill not associated with any municipality. And I want to reiterate that Mr. Mattson talked about that. This has nothing to do with the town of Clyde, North Carolina. This is a privately owned landfill. The other defendants would be the Hayward County Sheriff's Department, as well as personnel from the Sheriff's Department, as Mr. Mattson and Angelica and Joseph have discussed. One of the individuals present during these events identified himself as a Hayward County Sheriff's deputy. He can be seen on the video for those of you that have seen it, threatening Mr. Jones with arrest. And he was present during the majority of these actions, including the time that the bulldozers were engaged, which pushed Mr. Jones' truck to the edge of an embankment, a steep drop that surely, if his truck would have tumbled over the side, it would have resulted in the end of his life. Also, we've been informed that the sheriff himself of Hayward County was present on scene after the bulldozers had put into place and immediately prior to Mr. Jones being taken by ambulance.
Man, I don't know what's going on with this guy or whoever this is recording. I don't know if he done went to sleep. They got the dog over there, and the dog like sound like it's snoring or what. I don't know.
For treatment and evaluation in the hospital. We understand that he left the scene. No charges were brought, and our claims against the Sheriff's Department and the sheriff and the individual sheriff's deputy arise not only out of the assault, false imprisonment, and other claims, but the failure to go ahead and supervise and train. Once that individual identified himself as a Hayward County Sheriff's deputy, we believe that he had an obligation to go ahead and put an end to this situation before it escalated out of control. And it was out of control to the point where it's amazing that Mr. Jones is standing here with us today, because I believe that you can see the rage in the eyes of the people on that video, that he was seconds away from being shot. So, as I had said, that complaint shall be prepared and filed in federal district court within the coming weeks, and that will be a matter of public record. We will be issuing additional press releases and providing additional information as the investigation continues, because we're in the early phases of this investigation right now. We welcome additional information. If you have it, please contact us at that web address or the email address info@matsonlawoffice.com, and we look forward to go ahead and seeking justice and getting justice for Mr. Jones and Ms. Henry. Thank you very much.
Again, thank you all for coming out today. We will not be taking any questions at this time. If you would like to forward any questions directly to our office, again, info@matsonlawoffice.com. Thank you.
Well, there y'all have it, man. I got more information on it. You know, the man got the Whitney right there. That's the lady was screaming, get out of the truck. He was trying to run, get in her truck to get away from those guys. You know what I'm saying? It's rough, man. Y'all like this content, man. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to keep posting content like this, because I got like 2 other trucker incidents that I want to get into, man. But I've been kind of debating on it. This one right here just really disturbed me, and that's why that's why I put it out there. That's why I wanted to do the video on this one, because it really messed with me, man. This situation with this guy, man, it really bothered me, and I just I had to do a video on this one. You know what I'm saying? I could not do a video, because I go through North Carolina, I go through all this stuff, like all the areas what stuff happening to these truck drivers, man. I go through those areas, bro. Like it'd be something that been that just happened. I'd be like, man, I was just there, So, like, I mean, I went in the mulch yard, of course. I do flatbed, but I'm just saying, like, I've been on the highway or interstate or whatever like that, been through that town or something like that. Like, so I'm like, man, this is wild. So I had to kind of put that out there, man, to the truckers, because this is a trucking channel. I have a trucking community, and this is pretty much what I do. So man, if you ain't subscribed, man, hit the subscribe and like the video, man. We gone.
Just to haul that shit, I ain't no cheapskate. Damn maintenance so high, I can't even afford breaks. I wanna take a vacation, but I can't even afford a break. Need to get some cows and start farming, I wanna eat steak. Cause I damn sure ain't making it out here on the interstate. They keep telling me it's gonna get better, but I'm like, when? Need to vote Donald Trump 2024, make America great again. Hell, that's about the only way we gonna win. Really, I done lost hope, but I got this dog inside me that just keep telling me to go. But I damn sure ain't finna be working for free, I'm just letting you know. They told me to keep between the mayonnaise and mustard. That mean keep it in the road. Keep on trucking. Keep on trucking.